Hi, everybody. It's wonderful to see you here in Davos. I'll just begin by saying that Canada is here, as we have been on this whole journey in China, in Qatar, and now in Davos, pursuing a strategy of growth of our domestic economy, doubling non-U.S. trade in the next 10 years, and ensuring that we are standing up for the interests of Canada, including in defense and security. Le Canada est ici à Davos, comme en Chine et aussi en Qatar, pour appuyer les intérêts canadiens de bâtir l'économie domestique et aussi d'être ici comme une partenaire de l'OTAN et de continuer de bâtir notre défense et la protection pour le Canada. Merci beaucoup. Je pourrais répondre. If I could ask, can we please ask the questions without overlapping? And it's very difficult to take all the questions at the same time. I'll take them one after the other, please.
Mr. As someone who knows international law, who knows about sovereignty and territorial integrity, would you think that it would be easy to make a case that using tariffs to coerce territorial gain would constitute at least asymmetrical warfare? Would that be a logical conclusion?
The key for Canada, and I say this as Canada's foreign minister, is that our focus is not on utilizing those types of techniques to pursue the interests of our country. We are, as I mentioned, seeking to grow the domestic economy. And the question is, how do you do this in this era of increasing protectionism and unilateralism? And the way that we are addressing these global issues in an incredibly volatile global environment is to say we need to diversify our supply chains, we need to diversify our trading partners. What sets Canada apart from other countries with whom we are speaking, for example, is that we have a strategy and we're pursuing that strategy. For example, in China, ensuring that we have a strategic partnership and that we are reaching a deal where we're lowering canola tariffs and tariffs on sea and fish products. In addition, ensuring that we are securing foreign direct investment for our country. Recently, the UAE put down a commitment of $71 billion of foreign direct investment for Canada. So we have a strategy that differentiates us from many other countries who are looking to Canada to lead in this moment, and that's exactly what we are doing.
Minister, will Canada send more troops to Greenland to take part in sovereignty exercises that the Danes are planning?
To be clear, we regularly participate in NATO exercises, and we participate in exercises that the CAF itself leads, for example, Operation Nanook. And regarding future deployments and future exercises, those are decisions that the Minister of National Defence makes together with the Chief of Defence Staff. I can say that we look forward to continuing to participate in both NATO exercises as well as exercises led by the Canadian Armed Forces itself.
Qu'est-ce que vous allez faire si les États-Unis prennent le contrôle du Groenland? Qu'est-ce que le Canada va faire? Et est-ce que vous envisagez, est-ce qu'il y a un scénario où vous vous dites peut-être que les États-Unis, ensuite, leur prochaine étape, ça pourrait être le Canada?
Premièrement, je voudrais commencer par dire que nous sommes ici comme les Canadiens fiers et forts. Ça, c'est notre pays. Et avec le Groenland, qu'est-ce qu'on va faire? On va continuer d'être là comme partenaire allié de l'OTAN. Et nous sommes aussi un pays arctique. Nous avons une stratégie pour notre Arctique et ça veut dire 80 milliards de dollars d'augmenter nos dépenses sur la défense. Donc, c'est un enjeu de continuer de bâtir nos relations internationales, la protection de l'Arctique nous-mêmes et avec nos partenaires et aussi d'être là avec les pays de l'OTAN toujours. Comme fondateur pays de l'OTAN, nous sommes toujours là avec nos alliés de l'OTAN.
Minister, is the Canadian government, is the Canadian military looking at scenarios to defend Canada in the event of an American attack?
The work that we are doing in terms of foreign affairs is to grow the Canadian Armed Forces, to invest significantly in the Canadian Armed Forces, and to always ensure that the defense and protection of our country is first and foremost on top of our list of priorities. In terms of CAF planning, those are questions for the Chief of Defense Staff, and I refer you to them.
Minister, what would you say is the greatest threat to Canada's national security today?
Canada's national security is focused on ensuring strength economically as well as strength from a military standpoint. That's why we're putting $80 billion in our national defense, and that is why we are going to continue to diversify supply chains and trading partners. We're the only G7 country that has a free trade agreement with every other G7 country, and so as we address both economic threats and threats militarily in terms of defense and security, we will continue to focus on those goals. I want to say that we are living in a volatile world where there are increasing conflicts, and Canada's foreign policy under a new Prime Minister has shifted significantly, and certainly since I was the Minister of National Defense in 2021 to 2023.
Est-ce que la menace de tarifs douaniers empêcherait le Canada d'envoyer des soldats au Groenland?
Excusez-moi?
Est-ce qu'une menace de tarifs douaniers, comme M. Trump l'a fait pour des pays européens, empêcherait le Canada d'envoyer des soldats au Groenland?
Comme j'ai dit, premièrement, les décisions au sujet de nos forces armées canadiennes restent avec le forces armées canadiennes et le ministre McGuinty. Ça, c'est la première chose. La deuxième chose est que nous sommes là toujours avec nos alliés de l'OTAN. Et j'ai dit ça, le Premier ministre a dit ça, et ça veut dire que s'il y a la nécessité d'être là avec eux, pas seulement des rencontres à Bruxelles, mais toujours, nous sommes là, toujours. Parce que ça, c'est une matière de défense collective et nous croyons dans les principes de l'OTAN. Nous sommes toujours là pour
Juste pour clarifier ce que ça veut dire quand vous dites « nous sommes là ». Ça voudrait dire que si, par exemple, les États-Unis prennent le contrôle du Groenland, que vous enverriez des troupes du Canada pour le défendre, le territoire? Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire?
Je sais que vous voulez que je vais offrir une décision qui reste avec le chef d'état-major de la défense. Mais ça, ce n'est pas mon rôle. Et je vais dire encore une fois que les décisions de forces armées canadiennes restent avec les forces armées canadiennes, le ministre McGuinty. Mais au sujet de notre politique étrangère, je voudrais souligner que nous sommes ici à Davos pour dire que le Canada va bâtir nos chaînes d'approvisionnement et aussi nos partenaires économiques Première chose. Deuxième chose, nous continuons de bâtir la défense et la sécurité de notre pays. Nous sommes Canadiens forts et fiers.
What's your message to Donald Trump at Davos right now when it comes to that Greenland?
As I said in French just now, Canada is an independent country, strong and sovereign, and we will continue to underline the importance of territorial integrity and sovereignty as key principles upon which we participate in NATO and other alliances every day. And that underlines the reason why we will continue to support the Kingdom of Denmark and Greenland. It's a broader question of what are the operating principles upon which we undertake our diplomatic relations. And the operating principles, while this world is so volatile, the operating principles themselves haven't changed. The operating principles are state sovereignty and territorial integrity, and those principles underpin our membership in NATO and our relationships diplomatically around the world. They also underpin the international legal order, and I will say it again, as Canadians, we will continue to stand up for the true north, strong and free, as we expect our allies, partners, and all other countries to respect that sovereignty.
Does your government regard the United States under Donald Trump as a threat?